Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Saturday Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4-hour, we are still holding below our $44,000 level. And holding above pretty much our $42,000 level, we can call it. I mean, it's a $42,000 range. It is the weekend now, as you guys I'm sure are aware. So yeah, potential sideways here. We could get a nice move to the upside, but come Monday morning or Sunday evening, will we find ourselves back down around 44, below 44,000 potentially. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We are obviously we are hopefully gonna hold within this range here. This being roughly the midpoint of it. This being the midpoint resistance. Get back above 44,000, and we can try and trade into 46, 47. If we stay down here, we'll be testing the 41 to $42,000 level, and yeah, we'll be waiting to break out either to the upside or to the downside. But obviously, we all hope it will be to the upside. But if we break to the downside, we've obviously got these levels further down to be aware of. But things do look like they are potentially shifting in finance 1.0 market. So you would hope that we've got at least a half decent chance, a better than evens chance of finally having a nice medium-term uptrend after obviously this pretty aggressive medium-term downtrend. If we want to go and look how the stock market's closed, how the S&P closed, we'll go over to our correct chart here. Yeah, it was a decent close based on obviously the downward price action we had. This is obviously different to the weaker close that we had last week, that then obviously led to more selling on the Monday, and then obviously this move all the way down here. But yeah, it was nice to see a positive end to the week and get back above this level. And yeah, we'll basically just not close the week down here. Wouldn't have looked too good. But yeah, so this is in the context of this move down this week from breaking above this resistance. I would say this is a relatively good close. So if we can see the move onwards and up here on Monday and back above the resistance, I think the stock markets will continue upwards and look good. The DXY had a bit of a you can call this just a relief bounce at the moment from our important horizontal level here. It was a bit unreasonable to expect us to just come and break straight through and continue lower. So a nice little bounce here. Obviously, if it gets back up towards, we'll actually draw an area here. Now that I think it would be efficacious to do so. We'll draw it about there. That'll do. As long as we're below this level, then realistically we will be looking to maintain this downward trend. Obviously break back above this level. We'll be looking to continue onwards and upwards, and that is not to say that this is not just a pullback and a higher low in this context of higher lows, and let's say that isn't the case, and we do then break onwards and upwards. That could clearly happen, but I personally believe, for what it's worth, is that we will basically break this through, come down and test the bottom of this trend line, this horizontal, and then maybe break through and trade lower. But we'll have to see what happens. But clearly the uptrend is in jeopardy at the moment. It is in jeopardy, so we'll have to see how this plays out. 10-year yield having a little bit of a spike up into the end of the week. Is this going to be one of those fabled double tops and move up into here, or are we actually going to, this is a bull flag playing out and then continue up to the next level? We shall have to see. You know my views on this. I think it's going to be difficult to imagine yields on the 10-year towards 2%. I think that just causes a lot of trouble, and I think that is gonna be, they're gonna do everything they can to try and stop that. But obviously, I mean, it is inflation concerns that is driving the Fed. That is then obviously driving this 10-year. and obviously the other bond yields as well. The DX, not the DX. Why else want to look at oil? Not helping things. But obviously we know what this is doing and where it's going. You can see we are basically right up at this horizontal here. We might as well draw this in as well. Probably draw like a nice little range because well, get above here. It's going to be all systems go, and we are going to be on our merry way towards $100. And that is yeah, it's going to cause problems. It is going to cause problems, and yeah, you might want to get your local tree hugger, tie him to a tree, and yeah, teach him macroeconomics, and then the implications on the normal person. Yeah, or maybe don't do that, who knows. But yeah, so there we go. This is obviously looking strong here. I mean, this isn't just there's been massive underinvestment in commodities, oil, things like that over the years. Massive underinvestment in future capacity. So I mean, yeah, structurally these commodity markets are bullish, and it is gonna be a pain trade. It is going to be a pain trade. High prices lead to low prices, which is obviously because then you bring on loads more of high prices and encourage a lot more investment. But like we said, there isn't much investment, and those things are slow moving. And then they don't just operate in a free market; they operate in a market where you get crazy nut jobs that are trying to tell you that you can't basically expand it, can't basically invest in producing more fossil fuels and things like that, and extracting more resources from the ground because of the seals basically, or the turtles, or whatever their animal du jour is. So anyway, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Also looking to move back down here. This is what we want. We want the bull market to continue. We want Bitcoin dominance to come down into here, and then that could be a good sign for the end of this bull run, and a time to time to retire, I guess. What else do we want to look at? Yeah, we didn't look at the Ethereum Satoshi pairing. It is still in this box of resistance, looking to try and make its way up. Hopefully this is a bull flag, a nice little curved bull flag, going to break its way up, get back into the 0.08s, and then continue on its merry way. Longer term, we shall have to see. It will depend on Bitcoin. It will depend obviously on Ethereum also. The Ethereum USD pairing is well, you can see level to level to level, and now we're going to try and break out. We are going to hopefully try and break above above 34,000 and 3,450, 3,450, and then then I think confidence will come back into this asset. Also, we will hopefully then change this downward trend we've been in, and then have a nice upward trend. Whilst we are here, let's have a quick look at the worst chart in crypto. Just absolute, look at it guys, absolute disgusting store of value. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we don't need that negativity over here. Lots of people on their channel, we all did all right out of it initially, fiat wise. We obviously watched some of those gains painfully drip away over the year, but yeah, we still probably did all right. Let's look at nothing else really to look at here. Let's look at the stochastics. Like I've been saying, we're just waiting for this 5-day and weekly. Realistically, I believe 4 hour is gonna give us a bit of upward momentum here, which is good, because if we do break up from here, we got a good shot of getting above this $44,000 level. So bit of support there from the 4 hour. 10 hour though is coming down. 12 hour still looking all right though here. Daily looking very good here, a lot of room to run. By daily, same, got a lot of room to run. 3 day looking to turn back up, and then that 5 day and weekly we keep monitoring. They're still down there. They're at a very low level. Once these do turn up, they will turn up. Depends on where Bitcoin is. We could be at $30,000 Bitcoin when it turns up, or we could turn up from around here. But when these do turn up, I would expect that to be the indication of the significant bounce. And whether that bounce comes from here, or comes from here, or comes from here, and whether it goes to say here, or if it goes higher, then potentially onwards and upwards, that will be what will be in question. But the bounce will be pretty much of that order of magnitude. We'll go either from here to deep into the 50s, $50,000, or we will well come from the mid 30,000s and yeah, probably end up around the $50,000 or so. There will be a significant bounce, and then it will be a case of, is that an exit liquidity suckers rally, or is it just the or will we climb the wall of worry to new all-time highs and then onwards and upwards to $100,000 potentially, or thereabouts? We shall have to see. But yeah, it will be an interesting year. It will be an interesting year. I think we have actually reached peak inflation fears, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I think that that trade and that rhetoric and that scaremongering is being done to death. And I think that as inflation potentially eases off, the figures ease off, then we shall start to see basically severe upward moves in these markets, as obviously a lot of that fear is then priced out of the market. So yeah, there we go, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.